So this Lucas transmission fix, it is. Hey, it's Jason. I was up at the building a couple of days ago and I made this video on Lucas transmission fix. I was going to show how I'm using it on the 1985 Mercedes Benz 300D. However, this intro video that you're watching as I walk through the building didn't record audio, so I wanted to do a little bit of audio overlay so you know what I'm talking about. But what happens with the 1985 Mercedes Benz 300D is I left it sitting over the winter. And after about 3 or 4 months, I noticed a little bit of transmission fluid underneath of it, just a little bit. And I heard that can be common when you let these Mercedes sit for a while because the sills can get dry, especially on a vehicle of this age. So I was reading about Lucas transmission fix. A few guys said, hey, look, this stuff isn't, the end all be all, but if you have a ever so slight leak, give this a go and it might work. So I threw some in my office so that way the fluid wouldn't be so cold. It's kind of a cold day today. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to use the Lucas transmission fix. So I want to start by explaining a few things that you'll need to do this. I am using a pump that will hook directly up to the bottle. I'm told that will make it easier to put in. And it is a thicker fluid, so it doesn't just pour like typical transmission fluid. But this is the 1985 Mercedes Benz. It's kind of hard to see the leak under it, and there's a few permanent stains on this floor, but you can see there's a little bit, and that's probably not the exact stain. It wasn't quite that large. However, it was steady drips. So I'm going to use the transmission fluid pump to attempt to put it through the dipstick. So this is the fluid pump, and I'm going to pump it directly through the automatic transmission fluid dipstick. Along with that, you're going to want some paper towels, and I also have a bottle of transmission fluid that I can use. This is where the transmission fluid dipstick is. You're going to pop the tab at the bottom out, pull the dipstick out, check your levels. My levels are not showing low, so I know this is not a major leak, and my guess is it's just from lack of driving. So I'm going to go ahead and show the process, and then I'll report back after it sits for a little bit and let you see how it goes. Okay, so I have everything all queued up. So I'm going to be in a position now where I can begin to put the Lucas using the fluid pump into the transmission. So the way I've read you can do this is I can actually, let me pull this towel back so I get some light in here. With the transmission dipstick, I can put it in via there. I'm going to want to be very mindful of how much fluid I have in it. It is showing this fluid in it, so I don't want to, put too much in. So I need to kind of measure and run the car and that sort of thing. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and this is a 1985 Mercedes Benz, is I'm going to go ahead and pull the dipstick out for the transmission fluid. So that's the automatic transmission fluid. And I have fluid on the dipstick right now, right? So if I look at it, it's not actually showing that it's too low. So that's a good thing. I have a little bit of fluid in there. It's just a very small leak, which I believe is from the sill because the car has been sitting. My suspicion is once I do this, I'm hoping I'll drive it a little bit and it will remedy that. And with winter now being over, I will be driving a whole lot more. So this again is the Lucas transmission fix. I'm using this fluid pump with it. I'm gonna take the fluid pump and I'm going to put in the Lucas. And tighten it on. It's quite nice, actually. It fits really, really good here. So then I can tighten it on. So now I have the pump on the Lucas transmission fix bottle. And it's my understanding I can put this in like so, and I should be able to pump. I have to prime this, make sure it's not latched. And I should be able to pump some of this in. So let me go ahead and prime this real quick, meaning I'm just gonna pump it a bunch so that way you're not sitting here watching me get fluid going. So this Lucas transmission fix, it is a thicker solution, but you can see, I don't know how you would do this without this pump. This is super handy. You can see I'm just basically feeding it through here, and I'm gonna put a decent amount in. Okay, so I'm making good progress here, but you probably say, Jason, where's your pump? You have a funnel now. My pump got really messed up. It disconnected here from the actual pump, and it got really messy. And I've already put so much in with the pump, I'm just kind of going slow to finish up the amount I want to put in with the funnel. And I've used about half of it so far. I intend to use about 65% of the bottle. And I'm just dumping some in like that slowly. And it works not too bad. I mean, you could maybe debate it's maybe quicker because it's so thick. It just flows right in naturally. So it worked good to get a lot in quickly, I guess, initially. And then the pump went kapoop. So I went to the old funnel. And you can see how I kind of hold it up and just watch it drip in. And it seems to be doing that okay. So I'm going to keep finishing this bottle up. I made a bit of a mess, but luckily I've had towels and everything down. And I'm going to see how this drives. I'm going to drive for about 5-10 minutes out and 10 minutes back. Park it in a different position, and see how that works. See if there's any leaks, because I don't want to park it the same way and see if anything leaks. So let me finish this up, get the dipstick back on, and get driving, and then we'll round out the video. But that is pretty much the process so far. And my poor pump, I think maybe I didn't have it tightened up enough. And then once I got liquid in it, it became really messy. All right, so I'm in the 1985 Mercedes. I'm gonna give this little bad boy a drive to try to work that transmission fluid, stop leak in it. So I'm not gonna talk a whole lot. I'm just gonna drive. I'll put the window up in a second and you can hear how it runs. If you notice the water here, I just hit the windshield wiper fluid. That's why you see moisture.